5.
Oh, did you want to share your Desert Mothers tonight?
I can do that.
love of all loves, hear our prayer from the depths of our hearts, a prayer for peace and not war, for compassion and not cruelty. Hear our prayer tonight. Jesum Christe, Jesum Christe, Jesum Christe, adoro te. Amor de todos los amores, love of all loves. It matters what we believe, what we think, what we feel, and if we choose to believe that at the center of this universe is love and goodness, and truth and beauty, and for those who follow Jesus, Jesus cried out, Abba, Father God, Mother God, personal, delightfully, deliciously personal, beyond understanding, the center of everything. Amor de todos los amores, love of all loves. Amor de todos los amores. Tonight we have the Desert Mothers Part 2.
Yeah. So the visitors that went to seek a desert mother for spiritual guidance would ask for a word, which sometimes was a sentence or even a whole paragraph, but they were little bits of wisdom that the Almas would give very personally to a person coming to seek from them. And a good many of the sayings, the little fragments I'd said that were recorded were these words that the Almas had given to other travelers through the area. So just want to look at some examples of some of the mothers and Almas. Some are very little, like Alma Matrona. No one knows about her life, except a few sayings were referenced to this name. And she said, "We carry ourselves wherever we go. We can't escape temptation by flight to the desert." And she said, "Living a solitary life, but living like people in the world will kill you. Better to live in the world than pretend." Pretty pragmatic, I guess. Alma Sarah, what it says, was from the Upper Egypt, meaning upstream on the Nile River from Alexandria. Oh, it's pretty spunky. At this time, there was a common slander. A lot of the desert fathers would get into little competitions and arrogances about their spirituality, how spiritual I am. And they would say, "I'm a man," meaning I'm spiritually advanced. And they would call the lesser men, they would say, "You're just a woman." Yeah, so that was the slander used at that time. So one day, a couple of them went to Alma Sarah, thinking to put her in her place, because so many people were coming to her. And they referred to her that you were just an inferior woman, and she replied, "By nature, I am a woman, but in my thinking, I am a man. It is you who are women." So, she knew herself. She also said, "It is good to give alms to the poor, even if you just fake it at first. It proceeds toward God. Humility is to know oneself as created by God, being interdependent with others, the cosmos, and being deeply loved by God." She worked to eradicate arrogance about gender, society, education, or just about anything. Alma Syncletica, now she has a more definite story. I'd mentioned before, someone actually wrote up a biography of her after she had died. She lived in the 4th century, the 300s. So a little later in the journey there, but anyway, she is from Egypt. She lived to be about 80 and died at the end after 3 years of suffering, presumably from cancer. And there was that document written by pseudo Athanasius, the life and regime of the blessed and holy teacher Syncletica. She was influenced by Evagrius Ponticus, a Christian monk and ascetic, also in the 300s, who eventually came to live in Egypt. So her story. She was born in Alexandria in a well-respected Christian household of Macedonian heritage. Macedonia is a region in northern Greece under Roman rule at that time, and it had developed powerful Christian movements since the time of Apostle Paul. She had 2 brothers that died young and a sister that was blind. She began ascetic practices in her parents' home and was considered well-educated and beautiful. When her parents died, she sold everything and gave the money to the poor. She cut her hair and moved with her blind sister into the family tomb outside of Alexandria. Kind of a quick makeshift monastery, I guess, beginning her life as an ascetic. Other women began to gather around her, and she reluctantly agreed to be a spiritual mentor. Beginning the spiritual journey is like lighting a fire, she said. At first we are choked by smoke. Let God be the consuming fire, kindle the fire with tears and hard work. She was aware and taught that the inner journey would be a difficult struggle, but she also gave hope of joy in it as well. And then she gave a list of attitudes or guidance. Our way is perfect moderation. Balanced moderation is thoughtful and nurturing. Just as bitter medicine drives out poisonous creatures, so prayer and fasting drives evil thoughts away. Fasting is more than food, of compulsive drives, overreaching, old grievances, and social relationships as well. Fasting and prayer break through patterns of a downward spiral. Overindulgence is a sign that we seek to replace God with something else. Balance. Do not let poverty become an idol. Stay put. Changing places won't help. She considered the inner spiritual journey to be one of constant warfare against evil. Do not be tempted to fill any inner emptiness with anything but God. And why hate the one who has grieved you? It is not this person who has done wrong, but the evil one. Hate sickness, but not the sick person. Do not let the sun go down on anger. Obedience is preferable to asceticism. Obedience to the inner voice of spirit. As long as you are in a monastery, we do not seek our own will or opinion, but follow orders. In the world, if we act out sin, we are thrown in prison. Let us likewise cast ourselves into prison to remember sin is not acceptable. A soul is destroyed by praise and loses all the results of its labors. It is impossible to be surrounded by worldly honor and bear heavenly fruit. We all want to be saved, but because of our habit of negligence, we swerve away from it. There is grief that is constructive and grief that is destructive. Good grief is weeping over one's faults and weeping for the weakness of a neighbor. Bad grief, grief from the enemy, Asadai, which is despondent and paralyzing, cast it out. So that's a little summary of her outlook on things. And from other of the Amas I had read about, and then I've started looking at the Apostolic Fathers. She's often referenced in her wisdom by many other teachers. So, pretty cool.
What was her name again?
Amma Syncletica. Syncletica. Yeah. From around 300, in the 300s. So. And just a couple more. Alma Theodora, the 4th century also, was a colleague of Archbishop Theophilus, who was a powerful leader in church formation. She was often consulted about monastic life, and one of the first to describe the Assadai depression. She said, "It is good to live in peace, for the wise person practices perpetual prayer. Give the body discipline, and you will see that the body is for the one who made it. Neither asceticism, nor vigils, nor any kind of suffering can save. Only true humility can do that." And ascetics sought to flee from another who tempted them. The other said, "Wherever you go, I will be there before you." When asked, "How will we rise in the resurrection?" she replied, "As pledge, example, as prototype, we have him who died for us and is risen, Christ our God." Well, this one I thought particularly curious. Here we go. Athanasia of Antioch, the wife, and Andronicus, the husband, in the 6th century. So, here we go. They were a wealthy family. When their children died, they went to separate monasteries to be monks in Alexandria. 12 years later, they happened to meet up on the road at a gathering. She was now dressing and posing as a man. She recognized him, but he didn't recognize her, thinking she was a fellow male monk. They went on a pilgrimage together that she insisted be silent the entire time. They then returned to a monastery in Alexandria under Abba Daniel, and they lived together in the same cell for 12 more years. Athanasia died first and left a note telling Andronicus that she was his wife. They only discovered she was a female at her burial. Yeah.
Wild times.
Yeah. So, just kind of a summary again. Keep in mind that we only have these records from the wealthy ones, the advanced Almas that became known, and that there were, like I said, 10,000 other desert mothers living a holy life like that. And, you know, there's to me just an inner inquiry of what drove these people, what led them there, what kept them there, you know, and just looking within to what is similar in me, or anyway, a questioning like that comes up when I read these amazing people. So, okay, I think I've covered all the basic things. So, any thoughts, questions?
So many.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, I said so many questions.
Pick one.
I mean, the one that I can't get out of my head is he didn't know that that was his wife.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have like a suspicion or like a trip.
He had very poor eyesight.
Oh, he did?
I mean, just kidding.
Just
Wasn't
a
it
dumb
like
man.
And she lowered her voice a lot.
Surely she must have seemed familiar.
Well, maybe that's why they shared the same cell for the next 12 years. Yeah.
Is there any what's the word? Information concerning like their disbandment, like why there's no faction still there, right? Like they're no longer Mothers of the Desert, or is
No,
there?
I didn't come across that. It just
Just died
for-
out.
The Desert Mothers were being kind of suppressed as the church developed. But the whole region, I think, basically was just getting more civilized, and it wasn't the same opportunity, perhaps. I don't know.
Or maybe
it
they
was just-
evolved into something else.
yeah, just a wave in consciousness that came in. I don't know. Good question, though.
How many hundreds of years did it go on?
It started moving out there a lot around 100 years after Jesus, and it lasted tapering off till about the year 800. I mean, not that there aren't still desert aesthetics all over the world today, but not in the kind of
It's
masses.
about 700 years this was going on.
Yeah?
Wow.
Yeah, peaking around 400.
Wow.
Yeah.
It seems divinely driven.
Yes. It's curious.
There is, Brittany, later on, something called the Beguines,
Okay.
which was a group of women, mostly women, that decided to live together, but not necessarily to take vows, you know, of poverty, chastity, and obedience, kind of traditional monk life. But they felt the need for that community life.
Mm-hmm.
And so very often they live in the cities or villages, and they had a real contemplative life together and an active life together, meaning that they would serve the poor wherever they were. And they were more free to come and go, you know, in terms of their life. So it's to me it's fascinating, you know, to see, and you know, to your point, Tim, about what led them to do this. I mean, one of the things that led them to do it clearly is the fact that it was an extremely, and I mean extremely, patriarchal system, that women did not have the freedom to choose the kind of life that they would want to have. The choices were very limited. I think you mentioned that last time, Tim, about, you know, it could become a wife, or what
A wife.
else? A wife, I don't know. Very limited. But marriage was always in the cards, you know, and those who resisted that, and there were those that resisted that, often were persecuted, and sometimes disowned by families and villages. But the desert mothers, or desert daughters, you want to call them, some of them were quite young when they went out there, they chose a way of life that must have seemed, in some ways, more authentic to them. Yeah? And were no longer under the thumb of the local priest, bishop, or husband. Right? And so there's that to consider. It always seems to be, you know, like whenever society oppresses people, there seems to be often, I'm not going to say always, but often, ways to break through that.
A pressure leak.
A pressure leak.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good way to say it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Makes sense.
And many men did support the women as well. It wasn't just, you know, black and white, men bad, women good. Many of the men did support the Amas, and in many ways, even financially.
That's cool.
So it's just a beautiful moment, I think. You know? So thank you for presenting it.
Thank you. That was
Thank you, Tim.
fascinating.
So we'll close with a song. Again, inspired by the Minneapolis folk, many of whom are in churches. And, there's a singing movement now, responding to the oppression of ICE and the immigration, what they call crackdown, which is really a cruelty practice, yanking people out of their homes at night, separating families, under the name of law enforcement. It's just brutal. Just unbelievably bad. So they're singing now. And if you want to see them, just go on YouTube. And it's a movement. They're singing in the streets, they're singing in churches and other buildings, and it's, again, a way of responding to oppression, of creating something that's life-giving, that's nourishing. And they're finding it through song. And very often their songs begin with the word, can you guess? Anybody? We. W-E. We will do this, we won't do that, right? We will stand up against this, we won't accept that, and very deeply positive affirmations, always we. So it's a kind of, it's a blessed pronoun now, because it's creating community and connection and real authentic passion for justice in the streets of Minneapolis. So let's do a little bit of the we kind of song. And the first line is something like, we will walk together hand in hand. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is, we will sing and pray together. That's the second one. And the third one is, we will laugh and cry together. So always we, always we. See if I can remember it now. We will walk together hand in hand. 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 And we will sing and pray together. 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 And we will laugh and cry together. 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 We will walk together hand in hand. 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 We will sing and pray together. 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 We will laugh and cry 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 together. We will walk together hand in hand. We will walk together hand in hand. Hand in hand. At the close of this day, we remind ourselves that we are we, not just an I, though we are that too. Help us to become more and more of a we. And funny thing, as we do that, we actually become more and more of an I. Amazing. May it be so.